Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Go on, everybody.
We are back to talk The Bachelorette. This is season 21, episode 3. We're in Melbourne this week. Melbourne, Australia. 15 men entered week 3, Brian. And right off the bat, I have to just mention it. Yosef would be very disappointed. I know we joke about it, but aren't you sick of every Bachelorette season? The guys have to basically strip naked or do something like that. It's just, I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, I think every single episode of the show is literally a mirror, like a blueprint from last season. It's the same stuff. It's not original anymore.
And
You knew what was going to
unfortunately,
happen.
yeah, no crap. And unfortunately, what Brian's saying is really holding true. Another trend from last season that the actual main character is kind of an afterthought right now. We are now 3 weeks in, and we are just into these soft ass dudes just having their little pissing matches and broing up with each other. And just, I don't even, I have a list of these guys, man. All of their soft, like the mutual respect arguments, all the name dropping stuff. I do think, frankly, though, even though I am sick of Devin already, but I think he's doing way better than the other clowns. I think Sam M is the biggest clown for sure.
Yeah, I mean all of it. Like him, Thomas N, and Devin. If they all left next episode, I would actually be okay with it.
Yeah, because then we'd have maybe a normal season. And I'm sorry, dude. I don't have any respect for some dude when you're starting like Sam when you're throwing around like, yeah, you might be quick here, but I'd get you with these. How old are you, dude?
Yeah,
Are you actually talking about how you would be hitting a guy? Really? On The Bachelorette? And one thing I will say about her is she just sniffing out. She doesn't believe like any of them so far. She doesn't believe a single one of them.
yeah,
Even Maverick that tried to leave and narc on people but didn't fully narc.
yeah. That was just so soft by him too. They're just the guys that I actually like. We just don't see him at all. Like
I like it.
it's a shame.
No, like good dudes, like the Marcuses of the world there, and some of these, now we're joking about Aaron, and he did leave a snitch like a little douche before he left for fighter school. But I mean, there were some good guys that you said right now have to just sit and watch these three tools just fight with each other.
Yeah,
Like again, I think Devin's doing well with her. Unfortunately, man,
I
you've
don't like
already
that guy.
engaged with these guys. So regardless of your connection with her, you're done. Like it's mutually assured destruction. Like you're all gonna go down because guess what? If you keep clowning these guys and you're doing better at clowning them, they're just gonna start ratting you out, right? And then even if you're not the pro, we've seen this formula before. Once your name's out there with the bullshit, you're
Yeah,
done. You're poisoned. You're going to be out at some point. These dudes have a double date written all over it. You know what I mean? Between Sam M and Thomas N, whoever those two make it, they'll end up on a date with Devin at some point. One of those two dudes
yeah. I think the idea of a triple might be nice, and she takes them all out. That would be really cool.
sends them
Yeah,
all.
like some guys that I like. I like Jonathan. Can
You
you hear me
froze
now?
for a second. Yeah,
Yeah.
you froze.
What was the last thing I said?
You said you like Jonathan.
Yeah, I wrote down all the people's names, the strippers' names. So Johnny Firecheeks, Dirty Detective. Even though I don't like Devin, Dirty Detective I liked. That was funny.
They're dog.
Yeah, he did like he also his striptease. I love how they just blur out his butt, like, body. That black box was he.
There's like entire
It
body.
was so fun. I think, and they did a pretty good job with it moving, and it was shaking. I like it almost looked like it was actually like he was wearing that. The
Yeah,
shaking of the box.
that's really
Probably
funny.
the only funny thing of the episode.
Yeah, just some highlights before we go through here. We talked about the fights. So Spencer got the one-on-one date. He seems fine, like a pretty normal dude for the most part.
Yeah, but man, it get like, oh, I was cheated on. It's just like, can we have a date where they just have a normal
Soft,
conversation?
soft.
I have to be honest with her. I have to tell her something. I was just like, I finally watched Presley finally watched an episode with me in over 2 years, and she's like, "Is this how it always is?" And I was like, "Yes, it's brutal." Yeah, I hate it,
Like, that's
man.
not a struggle, dude. Like, oh
That's
god.
what it is. It's a blueprint. They literally have a wheel they probably spin. It's like, oh, cheated on. I thought he was gonna say his wife died. That would be to me some actual trauma here, or his like fiance died or something like that.
That would have been interesting. Maybe like we took her out. Let's see.
Unalived her.
Yes, so we talk about all the Sam M and Thomas N crap with Devin. The funniest line of the whole episode with them, besides the throw hands one, is that early in the episode, Sam M says, Devin's not worth any of his time, but that's all they're spending all of their time is doing is talking about the guy. Also, his dramatic lines of like, well, if she can't love a man like me and him, it's like, what are you talking about,
Yeah.
dude?
I,
Oh,
I thought the funniest line was from Sam N when he was like, "We still have time with her," and he was like, "Jesse just said the cocktail hour is over."
also after he had professed his love of getting bullied by the guys.
Okay, that might be one of the cringest things I've seen this year. That was pretty cringe.
It was cringe. I'm trying to let the
Hey,
guy
yo, cut
be
the
the
mic,
bad
cut the
guy.
mic, cut the mic.
He's like,
Yeah, like even people in the background just like, ah.
shout out to the sister Australian Bachelorettes. I'm curious if they were the same season or if they've both just been Bachelorettes. They didn't
I
make
think
that.
they've both been bachelorettes, and I bet you those seasons are better than this one. Will be better than this one.
Everything in Australia is
It's
better.
better. Really, it's Becky and
Um,
Ellie. I wrote their names down.
let's see. Devin did get the group date rose, so Devin was safe. As I mentioned too, Aaron did self-eliminate because he's able to go to fighter school. So we were joking, but good luck, bro. Hope you
Yeah,
don't get shot down and shit. It's a crazy world. Um,
the other one, the racing one, which I thought was kind of the lame date. Like,
it was lame and it was weird of the imbalance of numbers on that first group date versus the second one. The first group date had
yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not 10 10 of the 15, and one of them was on a one-on-one. So it's like, why was it just like four
yeah, it was
dudes?
really weird. And there's
I
just
know
like,
it's
oh, by the way,
hard. It's
you
weird.
just drive around on the track and that's it. And that's the day. Also,
Nothing to
just
do
the
with her.
timing. The timing of the episode was just like they wasted so much time on watching people strip. It's just they just this show needs so much help with
It's
production. Like production.
literally, ladies, I know a lot of you are watching. Are you into this? Are they just doing it for you guys? Is this kind of like a little guilty pleasure here? I mean, I want to know they need to have striptease episodes every season on The Bachelorette. God forbid they ever had it on The Bachelor, Brian.
Right.
Be crucified.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just I don't know. Just I just wish this show was original, and it's not. It's really there's nothing original about it anymore.
Except for the fact that they just like are spending so much goddamn money on it. Like what are they going New Zealand next? Like why? Like, why does it get so much money? The ad money must be crazy. You people watching like us again, we're all crazy. We're just feeding this monster that gives us nothing back.
Yeah. I don't know.
I hope Jen, like, I don't dislike Jen in any way. And it is the editing too. But like the fact that they're focusing just so much on these dudes and not enough on her to me is like a little bit. If I'm her watching these first couple episodes, I'm like, am I on the show? Like, this might as
Yeah.
well be like surreal life or something. Like,
Yeah, there's so many comments that I see, and I don't really go on the Facebook groups a lot, but just once in a while I'll pop up and I'll just click on them. And there's just some people like, I don't want to watch this because of her. And I'm just like, how you, I don't know. You claim to love this franchise, and it's just like the ulterior motives are kind of
yeah, but
crazy.
you won't only watch when it's hers, right? Like, okay.
I
Uh,
would have loved Maria. I would have loved Maria.
at least Maria would have been had the most screen time on her own season. So she turned them down.
How do we know that? I mean, the production could just ruin the show. Like
Who do you
that's
think the guy is, by the way, next
that's a
week?
good question. I for a second I thought it was Blake.
Oh my God.
Whenever I see somebody coming in, I don't know on one of these franchises. I was like, it's Blake. He's just like a bachelor whore.
Yeah, so it's got to be someone that she's expressed some kind of interest in.
Was she on Joey's season?
Yeah, so it couldn't have been another
Well, it
dude.
can't be Joey because he's still with that girl, right?
Joey's like, yeah, they're engaged. Like they're just doing a
Mm.
long engagement. So
She wasn't on Paradise. Like, there's no Paradise ties.
yeah, it's got to be like an ex or something, or someone from. It's got to be a Bachelor Nation guy that she got to know and what here. But I wanted
What
to
do you
go on
think? It's like
a journey.
Aaron.
I would never came back, but for someone like Jen,
You think it's
blah
like
blah.
Aaron or I'm trying
I kind of thought about like someone like in that kind of. It's got to be one of these people.
Comment below what you think, because this actually might be the only good discussion point of the whole episode.
I don't know. I just want the commenters to let us know because I'm sure half of them already know. Like,
I'm gonna
who
be really pissed if it's Blake.
mystery man?
Safari man.
Gen trans mystery man. Let's see.
Because I
According
went
to
on the
blogger
Reddit.
Reality Steve, apparently it's one of his. I don't care. Do you want to know?
Is it a Bachelor Nation person?
No.
Well, just put a spoiler alert right here. We're gonna ruin it right now if you're looking it up.
We can talk about it after even. Someone from her personal past, not a Bachelor
That
Nation.
means nothing to me.
So I also don't know if this person. I don't want to go too much. Like this person, for all I know, also was on reality TV or whatever. I'm gonna look it up when we stop.
Yeah, like the Angela of Big Brother, where she's like everywhere.
Yeah, you see them pics. Those things have been sending. Every
I
day I
saw
go
it
on the
last night.
news
I
or
just
find
didn't act
another
on it because I
show.
don't care about Big Brother, but I
I
saw
want
it.
to watch. I love Dr. Phil, so I'm definitely gonna watch that episode probably like tonight. It's Home Invasion, Dr. Phil Home Invasion, season 1, episode 1.
Really? So
Yeah,
it's like a premiere. Okay, wow.
he's on the pilot of that show, and it's like
It looks
the like
the same.
hidden camera. And apparently, the quote they had was just like, "She's like, I treat my husband like shit. I lie." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is great." Like I might fall in love with this lady actually.
Well, that's why
She's
people like
probably
I
gonna get
saw like people
eliminated
think
tomorrow
she's a
on
plant,
Tuesday, on Thursday.
just like Rob was on Love
Well,
Island.
that's what people are. That's what like the real Big Brother fans and like the ones that
Yeah,
are kind of over it. They're kind of saying like, CBS, you're full of shit. Like these are all just like CBS shows that like, you have this chick in
yeah.
your bullpen, basically. Like
Your little universe.
this little freak lady who will drop anything she's doing at any moment to be on any show.
Right.
Anyway, let's move into the rose ceremony. Brian, you have the full list here and the eliminated players. So who is also going into week 4?
All right, so we didn't say the racing day. Jeremy got that rose.
Oh,
So
Jeremy did win.
him.
Yeah.
All
Way
right,
to go
so
for
in
Johnny.
order, we had Marcus, we had John M, we had Jonathan, aka Johnny Firecheeks, Austin, Grant, Sam M, Thomas N, Dylan, and then final rose was Sam N, which I don't. That's gonna be an interesting plot point to I guess next week, but that cringe. I don't know how they keep the cringes, which is that makes me think that she doesn't really have any dictation on like who some of these roses. I really don't. She doesn't.
There's like you get 80% of the roses and 20% of the roses go to
Yeah,
production.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case because the guy hurt his thumb like dolphin diving. So dumb. And then the eliminated teams, the eliminated contestants were Hakeem, Aaron, who self-eliminated, and Thomas A.
They're also getting really I'm sorry everybody. I know everyone says we're negative. I also think they're getting very transparent about who's going home. If there's like anybody monologuing basically, they're like
Yeah, they're
Akeem gone. Outside if you're in conflict, you're probably making it. If you're have a monologue and you haven't been fighting with anyone, you're out.
yeah,
Like so
that's what I mean. Like everything. I know I
3
joke
weeks in a
about like
row,
you
dude.
can
They
set your
they
watch to the
telegraphed who was going
show.
home. They had the Jason Kelsey guy week 1 talking the whole time, gone. They had the dude last week worrying, gone.
Yeah,
Now this dude gone.
yeah. I hate it's like bringing up that you can, but it's just the same thing every season. It really, honestly is. If you probably put all the shows together, and when AI becomes a thing, they can do it for us. Line up how similar are these seasons based off of plot points. It
Bro,
would probably be
this
like
is gonna be the
75% match.
easiest show for an AI to just generate its own season of. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me? The same. It's gonna be a couple corny sports themed ones, a stripping one, a stand up one, a couple random locations. A
yeah,
couple of the guys don't like each other because they think one's there for the wrong reasons. Blah. One of them goes and snitches to her. They go and make a speech to the guys about who's here for the right reasons. Those 2 assholes at the end end up in a triple date. One of them goes home, and then like a week later, that dope goes home or makes it to like the final 4, but goes home.
yeah,
And one of the boring guys who we saw on a date in like week 2 is gonna win.
yeah.
Like this boring ass dude tonight might be the winner. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And this might be the only thing we see of them like
Yeah.
one on one until like way later on, right? But
Mhm.
I'm serious though. Like, what are we looking forward to right now?
Yeah,
What fights are coming? I only want to know who this dude is, and I already
yeah.
know who he is, and I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Just an average Joe. I mean, how easy is Jesse Palmer's job?
He's just literally like this dude is. I won't say who he is, but he literally is just like a Joey clone. She just has like a
Yeah,
type.
I
So
imagine.
literally, whoever looks the most like Joey is gonna win the season.
Yeah, he's AI. How easy is Jesse Palmer's job? I don't know if you heard me.
Oh
He's
man,
so easy, man. I would do that in a heartbeat. I'd cash those checks.
God, I would do it probably for like 10% of what he gets paid to
Yeah,
do it. He
he's
doesn't
living the life, man.
do.
He hosts so many shows. He's living the life.
He's
I'm
like an
not trying to
AI
bells him.
too, and like intentionally, he's just like
He's not taking himself seriously at all. He's getting
doesn't
to
take
go
any
all
of them seriously.
he gets
He's
to
like,
like whatever. He hosts like a cooking show or whatever, baking show, gets to eat all that food, try all that food. It's the life, man. Just had a baby.
to be fair, once they got rid of Mark as like the host, like
Mark.
not
Is Mark.
Mark, oh God, what was his name? The Bachelor host. Oh my God, why am I blanking right now? Ah,
I'm
what's his
like
name?
it too.
Chris Harrison. Chris
Yeah.
Harrison. Jesus. Um, that's like when this. I mean, obviously he was also the producer. It's like that's like when the show like the tone changed too. You know what I mean? Once they canceled him and got rid of him, it was like
When do you think he can come back?
he's never coming back. He said he would never come back.
Oh, he personally said he wouldn't come back.
No, him and his wife, it's like Lauren Zima. Like he's teased for a while doing more stuff. He's still young though too. He's only
He
like
should do like a spin, like a different version of the show. Like
I think eventually he is just going to do like his own version, but this show stinks.
it really does. It really is. It's also funny if anybody who's been watching us from day one. This show used to be like our banger, and
You
it
should do
now it's just
50
like
minutes.
I don't even. It's like we're not even doing it night of. I'd rather do other things.
We literally went on someone else's podcast instead. Talk
Yeah,
about a show we
I
had
had so much more
already
fun.
reviewed.
I had so much more fun talking about a show we did 3 days ago. So much more fun.
Bachelor
It's
people, let us know. Are we wrong here? Are we too negative? Do you think the season will turn around? Do you think Jen is getting a bad edit? Or do you think that they didn't have a lot to work with and so that they're kind of focusing on the other stuff? I want to get your thoughts. We just finished up Love Island USA. We know a lot of you that watch Love Island USA with us. We appreciate you on that journey. We are doing Claim to Fame. We are doing 90 Day Fiance the other way, Alone, some form of maybe Big Brother, but we'll see. There's a Trump brother, and everything else that we cover along the way. I think too. Didn't we just missed the premiere of Too Hot to Handle? I think
I'm not covering that show.
Brian hates those people
There's
so much.
nothing to cover. It's what 12 more people being dumb that they're like
We
can't
maybe
have
we could
sex for
do
a week.
like a full season review, not like episodes or
I don't
something.
know, man. It's
You're a
I get the show's
completionist, Brian.
popular, but
I know. I
nothing to
know.
review on it.
I'd like to just get ahead of those people because then they start showing up on our other Netflix shows and like I
I mean,
like
I'm gonna watch it. I just am not gonna waste my time doing a review on it. I don't want to take notes on like, oh, so and so touched somebody's thigh, minus $10,000.
it's fine.
That's
Make sure you like, subscribe on all the social medias. We're all at The Reality Guys. We have a video basically every day. So if you just want to kind of learn about some other shows that you aren't watching, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell. We don't drop at the same time every day because we're disorganized. So we get it out. We get it out. But for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching.